Yeah, I thought that was a really good game for us tonight. We wanted to be good in all areas of the game, and we were. Pitching was dominant, hitting did their job, and the defense was flawless. So a good complete game for us that we needed to build on the momentum of Sunday, and so very happy with that performance.
Obviously, just what went into the decision to start Aiden, and how do you feel like he pitched? It seems like he pitched really well through his 4 innings.
Yeah, I thought he did well. He did exactly what we wanted. We knew what his pitch count would be. It would be under 50, and he threw 47 pitches, and he gave us 4 innings with those 47 pitches. So he was very efficient. He let his defense play, and then he handed the ball to Cade, and I thought that was as good as Cade looked all year. And then Esposito at the end also, it's as good as he looked all year. Best stuff. Last pitch of the game was 95 miles an hour. So we need guys to step up. We challenge those guys. When you get your opportunity to step up, they did that tonight.
What do games like the games that you guys won against Texas and then the game tonight kind of do for you guys confidence-wise heading into your SEC opener?
Yeah, I mean, you're always looking for things to grab onto from a confidence standpoint, and Sunday's doubleheader win was huge for us in terms of getting that mojo back, and tonight was just another game that you try to build on that. So it's always important. You want to challenge yourself. You've got to show up to work every day, but when you get opportunities to get confidence, that definitely helps.
Mark, you're talking about confidence and stuff. You move runners over. We got sack bunts down, sack flies, and got runners in. How important is to get that on, to see the guys do that going forward into the series?
Yeah, that's the kind of offense we are. It's a different offense than last year. We all know that. Last year was more power, but it also came with more strikeouts. For the most part, we do a much better job of putting the ball in play right now. We only struck out 3 times today. And what that does is it just gets you another run here, another run there with a ground ball. And Lambros did a great job with 2 strikes of just putting the ball in play. And he's a 6'5" runner, so he beat that double play ball out instead of being out and the inning is over. And so you just add a run here, a run there, and it makes a big difference. So that's a big deal for us. Big deal.
You mentioned Espo and Cade. Just how encouraging was it to see the velocity? I think that was the hardest those 2 guys have thrown all year, just in terms of moving forward with this pitching staff. How encouraging were those 2?
It was encouraging. We need it. Obviously, we need it. I just think, again, the guys are going to get much bigger opportunities than they anticipated going into the season, both for them and what we anticipated. So they just need to step up. That's the bottom line, and they did tonight.
So how do you feel you guys are at this point as you begin the SEC grind, especially if you can kind of break it down from a Tennessee standpoint this weekend?
Yeah, well, Tennessee may be the best team in the country right now. When you look at their stats, it's hard to argue that. So we're going to have a big challenge ahead of us, but we're also playing better baseball now as of late. We're still a wounded animal. I mean, we still have a lot of guys that will not be getting on that bus to go to Tennessee with us, but nobody cares. Nobody on the outside cares, and everybody on the inside. Our attitude is going to be whoever gets on that bus, we're going there to play well. So that's got to be the mindset.
One more about the pitching staff. You know, you had to juggle guys around, and they got to get comfortable in their roles. Are they starting to fit in and know what's expected of them now?
I think so, but it's still going to be a work in progress. Again, as we get some guys back, that will help to shuffle some things. But tonight, the key tonight is that we were able to let Aiden go to his pitch count and not ask him to do one more inning. And with Cade, he gave us 2 great innings, and we didn't have to ask him to throw one more inning, and maybe that's where it could have gone sideways. And Esposito, we asked for 1 inning, and it was a dominant inning. So that's what we're trying to get to from a pitching standpoint, is not having to ask these guys to do too much or more than they're capable of. And tonight was exactly how we drew it up, and then the guys executed. So the more we can have of that, the better. And it's a domino effect. It helps the next guy, it helps the next guy, and so forth and so on. So not having to use these guys too much because guys are doing their job is going to be the key to our pitching being able to get the job done.
This will be the only time we talk to you before the Tennessee series. How's Julian doing in terms of?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed by
that. How's Julian doing in his timeline, and what's your rotation look like for this weekend?
He's making progress. He's making good, positive forward progress. Maybe not as fast as everybody wants, but he is making progress. And at this point, that's what we care about. The rotation, we still need to look at it the next day or two just to confirm what we all think as a staff. But we'll get that out here pretty soon.
In your opinion, what makes Tennessee the #1 team in the country?
they're just a complete team. They've got power arms on the mound. They smother you. They're athletic on defense. They hit about 350 as a team. They have a bunch of power and speed. So it's just a complete ball club. It's hard to find any weaknesses on that club.
How would you assess how your fifth-year guys have been playing so far this season, and then their importance just to the team in general from a leadership standpoint?
Can you remind me who those guys are? It's hard to keep track.
I'm
of
mainly
these
referring
days
to
with
Eister and
everybody
Belk.
Okay, Eister and Belk. I'll tell you about Eister and Belk. They're doing really well, obviously. Belk has really gotten hot as of late. Eister has been carrying us all year in the cleanup spot. So those two guys have been vitally important for our offense, but also in kind of setting the tone for the whole team about how they go about their business. They play hard, and they've been very successful so far. So they've been very important.
Clemson one weekend, then Texas, and then Tennessee, and then the ensuing SEC weekends you have coming up. How exciting is it for you and your players to have the opportunity to play this kind of a competition now week in and week out?
Yeah, that's why you come to the SEC, because you want to be challenged. Coaches, players, everybody involved wants to get to the SEC so you can be with and play against the best in the country, and that's what we're doing. We did it last week. It went well for us, obviously, so now we start the 10-week grind of what the SEC is. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. There's going to be great moments. There's going to be disappointments. That's part of what this journey is in the SEC. So we're going to attack it. We're going to try to stay as even keel as we can as we advance and see where it all shakes out in the end. All right. Thank you.